being a merchant captain. I thought that would be fantastic to run around the planet and see all the romantic places. And somebody told me, Martin, if you are a merchant captain, that's not as romantic as you think it is. I wanted to be, putting my strengths in math and physics towards understanding the ocean and many ways around it. So it was also pretty early on in my career that I got excited about it. And then I had the opportunity to work and study and be a scientist in the United States. I worked at MIT in Boston, also at Columbia University, and then went back to Kiel for the last 20 years. What motivates me is really the fascination of the ocean, how it works, all the uncertainties, all the unknowns. But in the last 15, 20 years, as the stresses on our planet become more obvious, you become more of an advocate for dealing with the ocean in a sustainable way. But really what I enjoy, the other part of being an oceanographer, is to being connected internationally with colleagues from all around the world. And that really gives me a lot of satisfaction that I can be part of a global citizen and work with the global ocean community. And this digital twinning is something that I got more interested in the last 3 or 4 years, because I was thinking about, well, how can we actually encourage people to act and interact with the ocean more sustainable, and what do we don't have? And I do think digital twins fill a void there and are one of the opportunities that can really help people to make better decisions. At least they can't claim they didn't know. And I think many people are wanting to make the right decisions, but they don't know how to do it. So for me, that's a natural step to my understanding of the ocean, my observing of the ocean, to go into this solution-oriented space that digital twins provide. The issues that we have is that the ocean is used more and more. There's an expectation to use the ocean more in the future. And on the other hand, the stressors that an advanced humanity is putting on the ocean, in particular on the coast, are growing. We have the climate consequences with warming, with sea level rising, with ocean acidification, loss of oxygen. We have pollutant issues, largely from rivers coming into the ocean systems in the coastal regions, but we also have alterations for the economic use of the ocean. All of this are additional stresses to the ocean, and it's changing. It's changing rather rapidly. So it's a big opportunity to do better, but it's also a threat if we don't act. Digital twins of the environment, of the Earth system in general, but the ocean in particular, provide the opportunity to ask what-if questions. So they allow you to say, how will the environment change? How will the ocean change if human acts in a certain way? And this what-if questions and the answer to those are extremely helpful for information-based decision-making. You now do an intervention. You say, now I'm going to not allow fishing in the marine protected area. How will the ocean and the ecosystem change? Now I'm going to increase the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. How will the ocean react? How will it change? It's questions like that that only digital twins allow you to do. You need to have an observing system that looks at what the state of the ocean is at a particular point in time, today, let's say. You need a predictive element. So you need to understand how the ocean system works. This can be a dynamical model, it can be an ecosystem model, it can be a chemical model, it can be fueled by AI, machine learning, and so on. But both the observation and the models generate data. And these data need to come together in what we call a data lake. It's an interoperable shared data space. And from all of this, now you can build and visualize the state of the ocean today and how it will change depending on intervention. This is what these digital twins allow you to do. So they're really a technical or engineering tool to optimize human interventions, to really come out to explore the possible outcomes and zero in on the one that you think is the best compromise. So the Digital Twin of the Ocean program is part of this UN Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development. The Ocean Decade started in 2021. It's going to run until 2030. And it harnesses and challenges the scientific community to produce more information, more data, more knowledge to inform sustainable development, to inform improved human-ocean relationship. And the Digital Twin of the Ocean program brings together at the global level all the experts that know something about digital twin. What we're doing in this global program, Ditto, is sharing best practice, think about things that we need to do together, for example, standardizing the way we do business, interoperable data flows, but also learning from each other how an optimal digital twin is designed, set up, and implemented, and how the information that digital twins can produce get used to actually improve decision making, and at the end of the day, improve what we call the ocean health, or the functioning, or maintain or preserve the functioning of the ocean, so it remains beneficial for humans for the decades to come. So I'm looking forward to the Esri conference because, I have never worked for Esri. I work a little bit with GIS, but really peripherally. But I'm quite interested to see how ready is the GIS community to do the next step of innovation. In addition to stacking map of each other, can we really think of the environmental system as a dynamic frame and using the next level up of digital twins in that same way that we're now using GIS systems? So I'm personally quite curious to learn how ready the community is to embrace that concept, how advanced you guys are, what you already have running, and thinking about new partnerships. So I'm very much looking forward to really interacting with the Esri community, as it were, because I don't know them.